Good evening, everybody. Shakira Ali here, and this is day 15 of my Come Up video series. And this evening I want to talk a little bit about overcoming perfectionism. So this is going to be kind of like a confession of a recovering perfectionist. Perfectionism. So I found a really great quote about perfectionism. It was these words were stated by a woman named Hannah Arendt. Arendt, A-R-E-N-D-T. Hannah Arendt was a political scientist and a philosopher, and she wrote a lot about. In fact, she wrote a book called The Human Condition. She wrote a lot about politics and society and how humans interact within that context. And what she said about perfectionism is this: in order to go on living, one must try to escape the death involved in perfectionism. Let me say that again. In order to go on living, one must try to escape the death involved in perfectionism. Really struck me because I have been a perfectionist all my life. I'm pretty sure of that. My history is, and I'm not going to go into all of that this evening, I'll talk about that another time, but my background is that, I kind of made points by being one of the smart ones. One of the ones that could also always come up with an answer when somebody needed one. I tried never to be arrogant about it. In fact, I wasn't arrogant about it. I was just trying to fit in. I was trying to figure out how could I fit in. I wasn't one of the pretty girls. I wasn't one of the wealthy girls. But I knew how to be one of the smart girls. So it was kind of my winning suit. And so it fed, I fed that capacity, I guess, within myself by, always trying to be right, to have the right answer. Perfectionism. It is as addictive, it is as bad for you as any other kind of addiction, because what it means is that if let me use when I didn't feel like I would have the right answer, I wouldn't say anything. And I shared a lot, but I felt like if I didn't have the right answer, I wouldn't say anything. And so what that has meant in this new career of mine is that I stopped myself for a long time. I really kind of sat on the sidelines in this online market business for over a year, just kind of watching. And really, I wasn't even watching. I wasn't doing anything because I didn't think I could get it right. I saw all these people posting things and using all these tools, and I just had no clue what all of these things were. And so because I didn't feel like I could step on stage correctly, like with the right answer and with the right information and the right tool, I didn't do anything for a very long time. Hence, I really am very clear about what Hannah Arendt says, is that there is a death involved in perfectionism, because you actually don't even get started. And the only way you're going to learn anything is to get started. I mean, when does a child stop learning how to walk? They don't. They just keep falling down, getting up and falling down, getting up and falling down until they learn to walk. And so I had to figure that out for myself here in the last few months. And I guess there were four things that I had to really engage in order to move myself into action and to move myself beyond this the death of perfectionism. And the first was getting clear about what it was I wanted to do. There is so much information in this industry. There's so much to be learned about what can be done on the internet. And you can get really completely overwhelmed. There are so many things out there that can turn your attention. There are all kinds of paid advertising, all kinds of free advertising, all kinds of tools that support you in both. What you want to do is to get very clear about what it is you're trying to accomplish. And so that really helped. And then once you get some clarity on that, then the second thing you want to do is just focus in on that one thing, on those 1, 2, or 3 things. And after you get some clarity and some focus, the third thing is to just have patience with yourself, to really understand that it's going to take a little time, not a long time, but a little time. You know, it's not going to happen on the first go round, or the first ad, or the first blog post, or the first paid ad. It's not going to happen the first time. It won't happen the second time. Maybe it won't happen the third. Just have some patience. It will happen. And then finally, the fourth thing, which is really the hardest thing for a recovering perfectionist like myself, and that is embracing your mistakes, recognizing that making a mistake is not the end of the world. It doesn't shut the game down. It doesn't mark you as el stupido for life. It doesn't do any of those things. It just helps you to move to the next level. Embracing mistakes helps you to move to the next level. And I'm talking to you as I'm talking to myself, because these are the things that were required for me to move out of a fog of overwhelm and into the kind of the light of day in terms of clarity and learning excellence over perfectionism. And that is the thought of the day for me. It's late, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Shakira Ali here in Trenton, New Jersey, signing out. Click the link below to learn a little bit more about how you can overcome overwhelm in your own affairs. Take care. Have a great evening. Bye.